Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, back with more of the Planet Crafter. We're not picking up exactly where we left off at the end of the last episode because I ran around and did a little bit of gathering. We've got these storage lockers are all chock full of goodies that we can now use to craft some stuff that we've been putting off crafting. Starting with, I think, the mining speed chip for our scanner thingy, our mining tool. I've got everything we need for that already, so let's just make them. This is mining speed tier 2. A mining speed tier 3, and mining speed tier 4, which requires 1 osmium. Now just go ahead and get that installed. There we go. Now our mining speed is a little bit faster. I also think that we are just about ready to build a launch platform. We've got 806 power, and we're only using 665, so we've got quite a bit of power to play with here. In which case, why don't we go ahead and build ourselves a launch platform? I think we're going to do it. On this side, I think. Let's get you out of there and see about putting down a launch platform. 3 super alloy, 3 titanium, and 3 iron. It's a little hard to see. I think that's the right way around. Is there room for it here? Just barely. Let's try that. We can always deconstruct it if it's not in a good spot. Actually, that looks like it worked out just fine, except that it's colliding through the wall here. Is that actually inside the base? It is. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to fix that. In which case, I think we're gonna have to move whatever is all the way over here. Yeah, this was blocking it too. Let's get rid of that. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. And try this again. Oh shoot. Well, it dumped all that stuff on the ground because I had already picked up a bunch of stuff, and that is actually going to block our build. So I'm going to have to get rid of some stuff and pick that stuff up again. That doesn't have any room. It doesn't have any room. That doesn't. Okay. A lot of aluminum. Oh yeah, I went on that was the last thing I did last night, went on an aluminum run because we were running a little bit low. Oh, and I actually found, that reminds me, I found something cool. You know what I can also do? Why don't we decode these microchips? That'll give us a little bit of room here. I want to hang on to some food. And I'm going to have to replant that Shanga seed and maybe make another grass spreader. But this should do it. If we decode these chips, we'll have plenty of room. Big living compartment. Great. Next. Hey, jetpack tier 3. All right, well, that's next on the agenda then. No more blueprints to decode for now. I think this is just because the game is in early access and the stuff that those blueprints, those chips will decode isn't in the game yet. So I'm just going to hang on to them, and hopefully when that stuff is added in early access, we'll be able to use my stockpile of chips to immediately unlock some blueprints. All right, let's try this again then. Hopefully I'm still close enough to use EasyCraft. Yeah, looks like I am. And that looks like the front end just not bumping into. I mean, we're slightly intersecting there, but we don't have to. That should be it. Perfect. Snug up against the wall without overlapping. And now we can head on up to the top of our launch platform. We have a nice view from up here. Isn't that nice? Look at our lake, guys. Lake Cougar. It's getting wet. We're going to go take a dip. But first, let's have a look at what we can launch here. An asteroids attraction rocket, which attracts uranium asteroids. We'll need cobalt and rocket engine and super alloy for that. We can also build a magnetic field protection rocket, which will attract iridium asteroids. Gives a global generation boost to pressure. The first one I mentioned, the asteroid attraction rocket, gives a global boost to heat. GPS satellite, I don't really need a map. The map's not that big at this point in early access, so I probably won't be sending up any GPS satellites. Okay, so should we think? I think the first thing we should bring down is one of the ones that attracts the uranium asteroids, because that's something that we're a little bit short on, is the uranium right now. So the more uranium that comes down, the better off we're going to be. The first thing we need to worry about is actually crafting a rocket engine with 1 iridium rod, 2 uranium, and 1 super alloy. We don't have the iridium rod, but I think we have enough iridium to create a rod. Okay, now we can make a rocket engine. We'll send up a rocket, and then we'll come back here and build the Tier 3 jetpack. For that, we're going to need explosive powder, which we can probably make. We can make it at the Biolab. I'm just not sure we're going to have everything we need to actually make it, but we'll see. Oh, okay, so what was that? It was... oh, that's right. Shoot, I forgot. Guys, yes, remember I talked about how I had a mod that you could pin blueprints, and it is working. I just was pressing the wrong button. So middle mouse button will allow us to pin that blueprint. So now we can keep track of exactly what we're going to need. We're going to need 2 super alloy, 1 and 2, and 3 cobalt, which could... Cobalt is not something I stockpile a lot of because you don't need it that often. And when you do need it, it's pretty easy to find because it sticks up from the ground. Yeah, all right, so let me run out and grab some more cobalt. This will only take a second. This stuff's easy to find, and it'll give us the opportunity to check our new mining speed. Yeah, I mean, see, it's a little bit faster. All right, we have all the cobalt we need. Let's head back. Well, let me just pick up these last 2, since this will be all the cobalt we have. All right. Global heat generation and uranium asteroids. Here we come. Our first rocket. Excellent. Stealing ideas from Subnautica Below Zero, the very first iteration. This rocket did not make it into the final Subnautica Below Zero game, but it was in the first iteration of it. For now, let's launch! 3, 2, 1, lift off! There she blows. So the heat multiplier that this rocket is going to give us, it stacks. So at this point in the game, it's not so much about, and here come the uranium asteroids, it's not so much about putting down the infrastructure anymore as it is about, that one's coming right at my nose. It is now about making all the rockets. You just got to keep making these rockets and setting them up and rely on your existing infrastructure. All right, one landed way the heck on the other side of the lake there, and then one landed on this side of the lake. We can run around and try to grab some of the uranium from this. I'm just trying to have a general idea of where they're all landing. There's one out there, one there, one there, one over there. The easiest way to do this is probably going to be to wait till night, when everything, the uranium is going to be glowing brightly. And the rockets that are going to be surrounding these will have shrunk a little bit. Basically, the rocks that come down with these, they dissolve over time, very slowly. But we can probably grab some right here. All right, in fact, since we want to give these rocks time to... I don't know what to call it, melt, dissolve, whatever. Why don't we go back and look at making our Tier 3 backpack, jetpack. There's probably a way to unpin that rocket blueprint without going back up here, but I'm not sure what it is, so I'm going to go back up here and unpin it. Hydration level low. Oxygen level low. Hydration. Oxygen. Okay, so we needed 2 explosive powders to do the jetpack. And explosive powder is made with, we have everything we need. 2 sulfur, 1 iridium. Let's make it. And we already have one. I think we found one in a box or on a crashed spaceship or something. Okay, so that should do it. And we have everything else we need. Yep, super alloy, 2 osmium, and the explosive powder. Now I just need to remove my backpack, jetpack. And upgrade. Sweet. Let's test out our new Tier 3 jetpack. Whoa, my gosh. Speedy Gonzalez. Go, baby, go. Yeah, we are fast. We are fast, fast, fast. Great. Well, just give me a second. I'll offload some of this junk, and we're going to go out looking for uranium. New blueprint received, Algae Generator Tier 1. Which is going to allow us to... I was just moving these the wrong way. It's going to allow us to really crank up our oxygen production, which is good. Man, I've got a lot of stuff here, which is good for us. Oh yeah, I want to replant the seed and the grass spreader. Let's see if we can do that. I'm just going to build things here so that we can deconstruct them and then reconstruct them elsewhere. So let's build the Tier 3 vegetube and a grass spreader right here, and then pull them apart and go plant them a little farther away from base. Where do we need grass? I mean, there's no... It doesn't really matter. Just aesthetics-wise, where we might want to have some grass. Hold on, I need hydration. How about out here? Just grass spreader and Tier 3 vegetube. With a Shenga. And that used up all of our water, so let's grab... Oh, there's only one in here. Probably gonna have to build some more of that too. Okay, then in the interest of getting our oxygen production cranking, well, first of all, let's see what kind of impact the launch had on our heat generation. Our heat generation, I actually meant to check this stuff with you before we even started. Our oxygen is going up incredibly slowly. Our heat is going up very slowly. Our pressure is climbing at a good clip. When you guys weren't looking, I went ahead, I made more. It's weird that our heat isn't going up more because I built a bunch of heat generators when you guys weren't looking. And we've got basically all the oxygen production we can do right now going already, unless we have more of the Lirma, which we may. But we're going to make an algae gen... Oh, we've got lots of Lirma. All right, well... We're going to need that anyway, so. For algae generation, we need a bioplastic nugget. I'm going to pin that. Bioplastic nugget. Super alloy. Maybe we can even build 2, because I've stockpiled. Let's bring 2 just in case we can build 2. Water bottles. That might slow us up. Yeah. I can make more water bottles if we need them. Oh, there's some. Water bottles, magnesium we need 2 of, and super alloy we have 2, and then the eggplant. Magnesium. I know you guys hate that I'm this disorganized and don't organize my lockers better, but it's really not a fun part of the game for me. Okay, and 2 eggplants to make 2 algae generators. And now it's nighttime, and those rocks will have dissolved a little bit, the ones that brought down the uranium, so it'll be easier to see that uranium. If you just bear with me for a minute, I know it's going to be dark, but we are going to try to build these before we build our algae generators, which go on water, obviously. Okay, that's a start. Now let's see about grabbing some of the uranium that came down with these meteorites. There's one under some rocks here that I can't quite get to. We'll have to come back for that. Oh, maybe here. There we go. Oh, sorry. There may be more, but we'll let those rocks keep dissolving and head out this way. I saw one land over here. There's more than that, but I don't think we're going to be able to get to those. Not right now. We'll have to come back in a little while. Well, this one maybe, if we come at it from this side. Alright, let's look for more. I know that there were more back over behind the base, but there were a couple that landed that I didn't really see where they landed because I wasn't paying attention. So let's do a quick circuit here. Shades of Subnautica. Bingo. And the tier 2. Oh. I'm gonna have to come back. I think. Oh, shoot. Let me try to grab this before we go back. I have a spare oxygen on me. Yeah, we're gonna have to use that spare oxygen. The tier 2 nuclear plant is about to unlock. We should go check the status of that. Because that's really when the whole power generation thing turns around. Is when you have that really good nuclear plant. That may be it. Well, probably it. We're going to come back and double check when everything has dissolved. Ooh, this new jetpack's awesome. Wow. Zippy. Tiny bit of water down in that hole now. And this is filling in. I think we're missing some of the uranium. Well, there's some. Give us a chance to check our aluminum mining as well. Which I don't hear running, is it? Yeah, it is, but it might be full. Take some more back, but we are full. Let's save space by condensing this uranium into rods as much as we can. 2. Great. And now let's check our progress toward unlocking the next. Nuclear reactor tier 2 unlocks at 1.5 millipressures, whatever. Right now we're at 1. So we've got a little ways to go. Pressure is not climbing as fast as it was a few minutes ago, which is kind of weird. What changed? Well, something changed, because pressure's not even moving now. Yes, we can send up a rocket to act as a multiplier, or we can just build some more pressure creating devices. Hold on, I'll just empty the rest of this out of my inventory. Wow, we've got enough for 3 rods here. Nice. I know, don't mock me because I'm not organized. Food level low. I got food. Got plenty of food. Watch me eat some beans. Watch my food level, guys. Look at that, all the way up. Nice. Oh, let's do a little bit of farming here. We're gonna replant that mushroom. Replant the eggplant. Another eggplant. Yeah, I know, I'm thirsty. And then save the rest of these. We are gonna need all the eggplants and all the, whoops, all the mushrooms. Wasn't what I meant to do. I meant to sort it. Oh, let's get some water. And then what? Oh, you know what I was looking for was, do we have a spare oxygen canister here? Or should I make one? They're easy to make, but if I have one, I'll pick it up. Nope. Water, 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 no oxygen. Okay, okay. Drop you, drop you, drop you. And we're heading back out now. I want to do another trip looking for any last uranium we missed. Did I see one over here? Yep. Look at that red sky at night. Oh yeah, I gotta unpin the Algae Generator blueprint. Give me a sec. Speaking of algae generation, are we generating any algae? It's starting on the surface. There's one algae. We don't really have a use for that just yet, and I would rather save my inventory space for uranium. That algae's not going anywhere. We can come back for it. Ooh, bunch of uranium over there. Okay, let me just unpin my blueprint here. Look at all the green glowies. Yay. I'm thinking that's it over here. We'll do a last circuit. I also want to take us back out to the aluminum fields for another reason. I found something cool over there that I intentionally did not open, because I wanted to wait and do it with you guys. See any green glowies? No. Nope. All right, as I was scouring this aluminum field looking for aluminum, I came across something cool, if I can find it again. There. A gold storage locker. Golden crate. What's inside, I wonder? Let's find out. A golden seed with an oxygen multiplier of 600. Golden effigy, which we can put on something good. A iridium rod, uranium, aluminum, and super alloy. Cool. Super. I'd prefer not to have to use my oxygen tank right now. Oh no. All right, I'm not entirely confident that we got every last bit of uranium that came down with that meteorite storm, but I'm not going to scour this whole part of the map looking for more. We can always send up another rocket. I mean, we'll be sending up lots of rockets. So, wait a minute. Let's put our new golden effigy down somewhere. That doesn't look phallic at all. Nope, nope, not a toy. Pressure is hardly budging. I think we're gonna have to build some more pressure stuff. Or send up one of the iridium rockets. I don't think we really need that, to be honest. Oh no, wait. Iridium is heat. No, iridium rockets increase pressure. So we do want to send one of those up, and they're pretty cheap. Should we send one now? We're gonna have to make another rocket engine, which we have everything we need to do that. And I guess that's it. Oh, I should have pinned it, darn it. It was super alloy and I think silicon, 3 silicon. Let's try it. Yep, we got it. Magnetic field protection rocket. Tracks iridium. Three, 2, 1, liftoff. Thrusters are engaged. A little roaring would be nice, Devs. And now we're going to get more asteroids. Let's try to track them. Well, those two should be easy to find. We're not going to stay up here all day just watching asteroids come down. Yeah. Okay, good to know. That's where we're heading eventually, once those rocks start to dissolve. In the meantime, I'm going to eat something. We've got stacks and stacks of space food, so I'm just going to eat some space food. And then we should really get the golden seed into a tier 3 vegetube. And at what point does the, let's check our blueprint unlocks, the Tier 2 ore extractor unlocks at 364 millipressures, whatever that is, which means we've got a long way to go before that unlocks. A long way. We're inching closer to the nuclear reactor, though. And you see, when you guys weren't looking, I actually built, I don't know if it's one or two more of the small ones. Okay, then what are we going to do now? Let's build some more pressure creating stuff. Pressure's still barely moving. Yeah, I think we're going to have to create some more infrastructure here. Let's see if I have room to do it near EasyCraft. 2 of them, maybe? Probably pushing our power limits now. I don't want to build these things all right on top of the base. All right, now let's check out, just out of curiosity, the new blueprint we unlocked was a large room, big living compartment. How big is that? Pretty big. Should we build one? We don't really need one right now, so I'm not going to. Might as well. Why don't we just make it even? I had to build a door upstairs because, and a lot of people have mentioned that this is an issue, and we hope the devs address it, is that you can trap yourself in a structure. If you accidentally deconstruct something like a ladder, and you don't, so say I'm up on the 2nd floor and there's no doors to get out of here, and I accidentally deconstruct this ladder, and then for whatever reason well, first of all, if I deconstruct this, you have to be downstairs to build it. It builds up, so you can trap yourself on a 2nd floor, and if you have you don't have the materials on you to build a door, and you don't have EasyCraft running, you can get trapped in a building and just eventually starve to death. So hopefully the devs give people a way out of that fix. All right, we've done okay. We've got more pressure creating stuff down. Should we run around and pick up a bunch of iridium now? Let's just dip our noses underwater here, see if we missed any of the uranium. Looks like 2 may have landed over here. I think we're gonna have to wait for the rocks to break up a little bit more. It's not. What? I have no water? It wasn't letting me pick up that piece of iridium. You know, one of the things I like about this game, and I've mentioned this before, the progression is really well thought out in the sense that you're going to need different materials at different times all the way through the game. That was one thing that kind of Subnautica was lacking a little bit, was that by end game, you really didn't need much, if any, of the starting materials at that point. And this game, it's structured in such a way that you need some stuff at certain points in the game, you need other stuff at other points in the game, and then stuff that you thought you were done with comes back later in the game, and you're like, oh yeah, well, I'm glad I hung on to some of that, or maybe I should have hung on to some of that, what have you. Let's just get what we can carry out of here. Yeah. Oxygen level low. Okay, let's go back and make some iridium rods. More iridium over here, but we're full. And it looked like that stuff was going to be hard to get to anyway. There we go. New blueprint received. Nuclear reactor tier 2. Let's get to work on that as soon as I condense some of this iridium. Let's see what's going to hold us up on that. So we need explosive powder for that. Water shouldn't be a problem. Super alloy shouldn't be a problem. Uranium rods are going to be okay. So let's get some explosive powder. Sulfur, and iridium, no problem. And maybe we even end up building 2 because I'm going to deconstruct 3 of the small ones out there. And let's just build a large one here, and then I'll deconstruct it and rebuild it. But just to get everything in place. And you see, deconstructing those 3 does not drop our power level. This is actually churning out more power than those 3. I can't really deconstruct that right now because my inventory is full. Shoot. Should be able to build another one, right? What are we missing? 1 uranium rod. Oh, that uranium rod right there. What can I drop? Okay, lots of power now. And do I have room for these? No. But lots more power. All right, our power situation should be very much solved. Why can I not pick you up? How am I full? I'm not. What the heck? I'm having trouble picking stuff up today for some reason. Well, the lost water bottle. I guess we're gonna have to write that one off. Oh well. Let's check our power sitch. Consuming 770, producing 1200. We got 500 power to play with, which means we can just go on a building spree. What do we need? We need oxygen. Just going up slowly. We need heat. Going up slowly. Pressure. Going up slowly. Well, do we build more infrastructure or more rockets? Rockets are fun. Let's do more rockets if we can. We're going to keep 1 rocket engine in storage as backup because you don't. What's happened to me is you get into a position where you need something like uranium or iridium to make a rocket engine, and you need the rocket engine to bring down the iridium or the uranium. So having one as backup can keep you out of that tight spot. So what do we want? Do we want uranium? I think we want to just keep bringing down the uranium so that we can keep building nuclear reactors and never have to worry about power ever again. In which case, that is a couple or 2 or 3 of those and a couple of the cobalt, right? Which we're probably short of now. There's 1. I think we need 3. And we need 3 silicon for the other one. Am I going to have to go out and grab cobalt? I think I am. Yeah. These guys are churning out the O2 and giving us the algae that we're going to need to make more advanced stuff. I should build as many of those as I can, although I also kind of want to wait until we unlock the next tier, the tier 2. Where was I going? Oh. Sorry, completely lost track of what we were doing. Dementia. Do we have everything we need for another uranium? No, I was going for cobalt, that's what it was. Well, we could bring down another iridium. Nah. Another uranium rocket. Again, not at all phallic, no. Go, SpaceX, go! Bring. And then what? You know what I want to do while these things fall? Let me just go down and empty out my stuff a little bit. And then I want to run over to the aluminum mining platform and empty it all the way out. And hope we do not get hit by a meteorite in the process. Duck, dodge, dive, dodge, and dip. Duck, dip. Whoa, that was close. Look at that. Look at the uranium coming down. Boom, boom. Nice. Where there was iridium. This stuff. Okay, good. It all gathered. Like the robots in iRobot. This is just going to be a lot less of a hassle if we come back when the rocks have dissolved. So I'm going to do that. Ah, we're actually running low on iridium, so it was good that I went out and did that. We can make another uranium rod. Store you some aluminum. Okay. Yes, we're getting hungry and thirsty. Should we eat another green bean? And drink some water. I got water scattered all over the place, but you know, it is used in crafting, so I'm gonna keep some in storage. And do what? We don't need power. Our pressure is climbing. No, pressure's barely moving. Heat's barely moving. Heat-wise, I'd like to wait until the next tier of heater unlocks. 63. Oh my gosh, no, we're forever away from that. So I guess it's more heaters for us for now. Move this out of the way. And see how many of the tier 3 heaters we can make before we run out of power. Or iridium. All right, let's go gather iridium then. I should make another door upstairs. All right, iridium, iridium, iridium. No, we got just about all the iridium, didn't we? Shoot. Unless I missed some on the other side of the water here. Well, there's uranium. Not quite what we were looking for, but I'll take it. I suppose it's possible we got all the iridium. But I'm not going to argue with the uranium either. You can always send up another rocket to bring down more iridium. Also, we never finished clearing out the iridium cave that's right over, you know, there under the sand waterfall. Oh, I saw something flash. There's something flashing over here. Iridium. And then there was that one piece that I couldn't highlight for some reason. Go back and see if we can do that now. I see some iridium and more iridium. Yeah, see, that's why I like to try and wait until the rocks dissolve. It's just so much faster and easier doing it that way. Can I have you this time? Yeah, okay. Yeah, as I mentioned in the last episode too, this part of the game, once you build the rocket platform, it becomes a different game in a sense. Because you're really just focused on getting those rockets up. So you have a whole nother set of priorities. Of course, you got to still keep building your infrastructure if you can. But at this point, we're just waiting for the higher tier stuff, I think. For me. Iridium rod, another rocket engine. And yeah, I was thinking I might keep that on me, but no, let's make room because we want to go out and pick up more uranium. And iridium if we can find it. And then later on, we'll be unlocking more rockets as we go. So there'll be rockets to increase our oxygen and our biomass. These rocks seem to have dissolved a bit. Not that one. We may have missed one or two, but I'll come back and do another sweep through here once everything is dissolved. I'm gonna try to get up high and see if I can see where any more landed. There's some over there. Nope. There's a storage chest down there. But that storage chest, there's a good chance that it's already empty, and I just never deconstructed it. I think we're gonna have to come back for that. Nope, maybe not. So we could basically build another uranium reactor whenever we want. I mean, tier 2 reactor whenever we want. We have everything we need to do that. We just don't need the power right now. I say we have everything we need because we have these 2 uranium rods, and then we have the one that's in the small reactor here. So we need 3 to build the big ones. Okay, we've got all those Lirma seeds that are not doing anything in storage. So I think we need to do a little bit of grass spreader building. I'm just going to build these here and then deconstruct them and build them elsewhere. Ah, new blueprint received flower spreader, which was the next thing I was waiting to unlock, and they're better at this job than the grass spreaders. So that was all kind of a waste, but not really. Let's see. Flower spreader, we need fertilizer, so that is going to happen here at the Biolab, and that is going to require algae and eggplant. So before we go collecting algae, let's see if any of my eggplants have grown. They have. And then I have a bunch stored in the locker here, so. How about that mushroom? Yep, that's grown. We dropped our mushroom seeds, hang on. Because we full. Got lots of water from building all those grass spreaders. But I think you need, do you need water for the flower spreader too? Yeah, a lot of it, 3. So let's go. Hang on, I'm just looking out the back here to see if it would make sense to build a door off the back of the Biolab there. I don't think so. Now we have enough room for 3. Oh shoot. Let's just get some algae and I'll come back for that uranium. That's it. Full. Let's see, do we have everything we need to build a flower spreader here? No. Need super alloy. Oh, we got to make the fertilizer. Three algae, 1 sulfur, 2 eggplant. Probably gonna have to head back out to the sulfur fields soon, but we can get 1 flower spreader down. You want flowers right here in front of the front door? Sure, okay, sounds good. These you do have to load something in there. Flowers on hostile planet is an achievement that was just unlocked. Nice. We want to build more of these flower spreaders, but to do that we're going to need more fertilizer, which probably means we want to build more algae growers, because these two ain't going to give us tons of algae. Yeah, in fact, that's it for the algae. Did we leave a piece of uranium trapped over here? No. Oh. Wow. How do you get under there? Don't seem to be preventing it from working, so I guess we just leave it. Fertilizer. We're going to need more algae. Flower. Hydration level critical. I'm not sure. Now, so the flower spreaders put out 161 oxygen per second and 7.2 biomass. I don't know if I should be running around and deconstructing the vegetubes and upgrading them all to flower spreaders now, because these only put out 13 oxygen and no biomass. So I probably should, but that's going to be a kind of a long, arduous process, so I won't make you sit through that. So then what? We cannot make another one of these. We can't because we don't have enough algae, but we probably could make another algae grower. Bioplastic nugget, eggplant. I'm going to pin that. Bioplastic, super alloy. We might be able to do 2 more. Water bottles we have enough of, magnesium we have enough of, super alloy we have enough of. Just need the eggplants. Let's go make some more algae. Oh, did I only pick up 1 bioplastic nugget? My bad. That pinnable recipes, devs, ooh, Biodome Tier 2. We got to build one of those. The pinnable recipes should really be something in the game, something that you can unlock via a blueprint, because it really is almost a necessity when you start talking about the more complicated production stuff, especially stuff that can't be built using EasyCraft here around the base. You have to take it somewhere else to do it. I really think that should actually be in the game somehow. And yeah, it could be something that you have to build, or you know, a chip that you build here at this, whatever. But yeah, okay, next is then the Biodome Tier 2, which we're going to need 2 more fertilizers for that, so we don't have the algae for that. We're also going to need algae to make the bacteria samples that we're going to need for that. We're going to need 2 bacteria samples. That's 6 algae right there, and then 6 each for the, well, 3 each for the fertilizer, so we need 12 algae. So that's just going to have to wait. We can't do that just yet. You know what we've never done is built the communication antenna and then the communication screen to receive stories, story advancing stuff. To be honest, it's still early access, and the story, as far as I've seen, doesn't really add that much to the game. I think we're just going to skip that. Although it does look cool as heck up here. Let's see, maybe we have enough to build it. Yeah, we have what we need. Should we put one up here just for kicks and giggles? It looks cool and it makes sense. You know, we've got the launch platform, so why not? I gotta eat something. I don't think my green beans will have regrown yet. No. We've got just stacks and stacks of space food, though. It looks like we've got a lot of uranium too, so I'm going to make another rod just to condense space. And now we should we build another tier 3 or tier 2 nuclear plant? Might as well. Then we never have to worry about power ever again. Oh no, we need an explosive powder for that, but I think we could do that. Maybe. Yep. We're probably getting down toward the end of our sulfur supply though, so we're gonna have to get back out there and get some more sulfur eventually. Through that cave, remember? Back out in there. Should we do that now with nothing better to do? Let's drop off some stuff and we'll go on a sulfur hunt. Shoot, you know, we can't build the flower spreaders, but I think we should continue building the grass spreaders. Let's see if we can do that. No, not you, not you, not you. Grass spreader. No, I need a little magnesium for that. No problem. Iridium that we missed. That's why I like coming out and looking for stuff, having a look around at night, not just spending all night indoors, but doing a quick circuit of the area. Once you start bringing down these rockets, those iridium and uranium nuggets show up really well at night. Algae Generator Tier 2 we've unlocked, but again, we're going to need fertilizer for that. And bioplastic nuggets, which are no joke. We've gathered a bunch, but they do take some effort once you have to start building them. We've found a bunch already, but we're gonna need super alloy and fertilizer. All right, let's go back out and check the algae growing situation. Because I would much rather be building tier 2s. They're a lot more effective. No, that's probably about it, algae-wise. Oh, here's some. Well, that's enough to build something. Maybe 2 somethings. Should we go flower spreader or tier 2 algae? Flower spreader requires 1 fertilizer. We could do that. This requires 1 fertilizer. There was something that required 2, right? Some kind of big deal. Oh, it was the biodome. But that's going to require also the bacteria samples, so I don't think we're there yet. I think I should look. I think we should do the Algae Generator Tier 2. As long as we have bio nuggets to use, might as well use them. Bioplastic nuggets. I know I have more somewhere. I saw a bunch of them just recently. Don't make a liar out of me. There we go. Well, we could almost do 2 of those Tier 2s, but not quite. And that is sucking down our eggplant. Algae Generator 2 bioplastic nuggets. I'm looking in the upper right hand corner, the pinned recipe. 1 water bottle, which we don't have. 2 magnesium, which we don't have. Oh no, 1 magnesium, which we do have. And 1 super alloy. Hang on. Could we do 2? We can make another fertilizer, I think, as long as we have enough eggplant. Ah, sulfur, I knew it. All right, we're out of sulfur. We got to go on a sulfur run. But let's get the Algae Tier 2 built first. Ah, 2 super alloy. And water. Tier 2 Algae Generator built. That's gonna that is gonna create tons of oxygen, 350 oxygen per second, and create biomass as well. Let's see if any new algae is grown as long as we're out here. Hydration level low. Do we have any water on us? No, I should probably go back. Okay. We've got plenty of algae now. Now what's going to trip us up is probably going to be the eggplant. I have been storing them, but I think we burned through them pretty quickly just now. Any water left? Yeah. Oh, no, it was the sulfur that we needed, but we can make bacteria samples using the algae and water. I'm going to need more water. In which case, I think it might be time to start thinking about putting down another water collector. We could make water. I mean, I have the ice. It's just I wanted to hang on to that because these are so pretty. I might want to build more. 1 water from ice. Now we've got our 2 bacteria samples. Unpin the Tier 2 and pin the Biodome 2. Well, there's no sense in pinning it now. We need sulfur and we need fertilizer. Hang on, it looks like we have sulfur. It might have been just barely out of range of that EasyCraft. We do, okay. So what did we need it for, though? New message received on the dish that we just put up top, but we haven't built the screen that we're going to need to actually read it. So should we do that now? Message from Sentinel Corp. You choose to commute your sentence into an extradition. If you want to be released from all charges pending against you, you'll have to fully terraform this planet. Our sensors will periodically scan your progress and will send you the required blueprints. Do not try to contact Sentinel Corp in any case. If our sensors do not detect any advancement on the terraformation process, you will be considered missing. The charges won't be dropped. You cannot claim property or value over anything on the planet. You are only allowed to use the resources found on the planet to increase the terraformation index. You are not allowed to leave the planet until the terraformation is complete. So that was the first message that you received back in the life pod, that we received back in the life pod before we even started all this. Here's the new one that we just got. Your planet specifications. Identification unknown. We're calling it 4546A. Corporation ownership unclaimed. Habitability level null. Sector is Itziel Prime. History unknown. Unnamed planet is located in sector Itziel Prime sector. Located, okay. Pre-civilization sector, crossed mostly by trade ships to travel between big spaceports. The sector count 842 planets and a bunch of stars and 7 parsecs wide. It has been identified as one of the possible candidates for future colonization. I imagine all that text will be tightened up a little bit before the game is released. Need any help with that, devs? Let me know. Okay. Sure. We've got 2 bacteria samples stashed. Fertilizer stashed. Well, we should probably put that fertilizer to use, don't you think? In which case, another tier 2 algae generator or a flower spreader? How about a flower spreader? Bit of super alloy and a bit of water. Yeah, we need to build another. What I was about to say when that message came through, or we unlocked something or something, is that we should probably think about building another water collector. Magnesium. Water. Oh no, we were going to actually build the water collector, weren't we? Let's see if there's room for it here. Sure, why not? That'll do. Hey, look, guys, we're getting like shrubbery. Riff. We've got everything we need for... I want another flower spreader. I think we've got enough algae creation going now. Let's get another flower spreader going. So I need more water. A super alloy. Magnesium and fertilizer, that'll do. We need something to put in it. Oh, we've got a Lirma, okay, on us. Where do we want flowers? Kind of like them up on the hill here. Good. All right, guys, we have made solid progress today. We have built a launch platform. We built another receiver up there, built some more heat exchangers. We built a bunch of algae growers out on the water, another water collector here, 3 tier 2 nuclear power plants. And I think I'm going to go back to doing more, and a bunch of flower spreaders. And I'm going to go back to doing a little bit more running around gathering stuff up. I'm going to go back out to the sulfur fields, grab a bunch more sulfur, and then hit the aluminum mining thing over there, grab whatever's in that, etc. But you guys don't need to watch that kind of boring fetch it stuff. So why don't we call it an episode here? A lot of progress today, including sending up a couple of rockets, 3 rockets maybe altogether. We're definitely making progress. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. There'll be more coming. Stay safe, survivors.